Hi everybody, how you guys doing today? Just trying to secure some time to sort out my garden. Autumn's here and you can feel the cold coming in. And so I'm trying to sort of, tidy up, pick what's left as much as possible, and this reminds me of something Ecclesiastes talks about. There's a season for everything. And just like my plants, there was a season to grow when I first started off. There was a season to harvest. And now we're into another season, which is to, you know, cut everything down, close up, and wait for the next season to grow. So, what season are you in? God gives us the opportunity to have time for different things. And we want to be in season in whatever season that's meant to be for us. You know, as you can probably, I don't know, you can see my plants right now. Um, you know, um, Certainly the tomatoes here. Um, I'm trying to pick everything because if you can see, um, a lot of the plant is starting to sort of look really frostbitten. The cold nights and mornings are coming in now, so a lot of the plant is looking sort of a bit dry and what have you, and God prepares us for times like this, and that's why I'm trying to be prepared myself to ensure that I'm ready for next year. I'll have to clear all of this up, but first, obviously, try to harvest what's left. Um, I've really enjoyed my tomatoes and just growing. The opportunity to come out into the garden. If you have a garden, make the best of it. I got fed up of thinking about what I'm going to do because we had tenants here before and they don't really have the time or care to really sort of grow grass and mow the lawn and what have you. So I ended up with weeds. And I thought, you see, every bad situation or what might appear to be a bad situation, good can come from it. Because what I decided is okay, it was COVID just started, working from home can be very stressful. So I decided, you know what, every so often I come out and I just dig up the ground um, and took all the weeds out. It sounds like a bit of a job, isn't it? Because it's kind of like half the garden. And if you think the width of the garden is about 26 feet, um, it's a fair amount of garden. But you know what? Once you're determined to do something, you'll do it regardless, won't you? And sometimes a bit of hard work, you know, is worth it because the amount of tomatoes I've had beans. Oh my gosh, it's gone kind of crazy at the moment. I've had broccoli, you know, I've had beetroot up to yesterday. I picked some beetroot for a friend of mine, and also for myself. I got a massive beet, so I do like beetroot burgers. So I'm going to have some more beetroot burgers actually. Very tasty. That way I don't have to waste anything. I used to like making the juice, but I don't really like juice. And secondly, there's all the pulp that you lose. Well, what do you do with it? I did find something to do with the pulp, really, actually. So I made some beetroot tortillas using the pulp, but I would much prefer to just use the whole thing. So I made the burgers. Admittedly, my daughter doesn't really like beetroot or very many vegetables. However, I've enjoyed it. So, we make the best of the situation that we have. I was just thinking that today. Let's make the best of the situation. The season that you're in, whatever season it's in, they say you can be in season and out of season. Regardless of what the season is, we make the best of it by the grace of God. we have to learn to make the best of it. You know, this garden could have just turned into just pure weeds, you know, and it's not easy work because I have to get the strimmer out, and strimmer is usually for edges, but it actually works better to cut the weeds and what have you and keep them down. And you know, yes, it's hard work, but it's good because I'm on a weight loss journey as well. So you know, a little hard work, a little sweat, you know, burn some calories is good, you know. So you know, I just thought I'd bring you out into a place where I really enjoy. I really love. You can tell the tone of my voice just changes being out in the garden because we are one with nature, no matter what it looks like. God gave us something beautiful and we need to make the best of it. I mean, you know, yes, I'm in London, and as you probably heard just now, my neighbors, they're a little bit vocal. Not in a bad way, they're just a lot of them in there, so they do talk a lot. But I thought I'd pick a moment when they're not actually out, so you know you can hear everything and see the beauty and the glory that God gives us, even from, as you can see, my fence is all broken down. That's another story altogether, and that I need to sort out. But you know, enjoy the season. Some people think, oh, you know, it's gonna get all cold now and what have you. But you know what? I notice, you know, you notice the beautiful colors, you know, the reds, the ambers, the yellows that you see at autumn. That's beautiful. You know, when I'm driving my daughter to school and back, you know, it's a stretch of beautiful trees, you know, they're starting to change. You know, look for the beauty in things. There's so much beauty out there, you know. Um, we can enjoy so much with so little sometimes, you know. These little plants that I planted, all we at the time you couldn't get that much because it was COVID, so I planted what I had, what I could get, which was the beans at the time, and the beans have done me well. I've shared with so many people in terms of, you know, the beans, and I need to go pick some as well. The broccoli, as you can see, broccoli is still giving me more. You know, I never grew broccoli before, but wow, I grew it because that's one of the vegetables my daughter would eat. You know, and it's a cruciferous and it's supposed to be very good for us. I mean, and what's better than something natural? And it was an experiment. I like to do things different, try something different. So the broccoli did well. You know, I mean, 3 or 4 plants, and I got such a wonderful harvest. And as you can see, it's now October, but I'm still getting a harvest. So to God be the glory. You know, the priest today talked about harvest. You know, and that's a whole different story. You know, we're all there, and that's why I'm here. I'm harvesting here, but what I'm trying to do now is talk to people out there. You know, to see the joy. I hope I can bring you something that you can resonate with. You know, I started off talking about the harvest and at different times or, you know, different seasons. There's so many different, you know, things we can do and make best of the seasons that we're in. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if there's a thing about catching the right season, but whatever season you're in, you know, it might seem like hard times. We have to find a way to make the best of it. There's so many things that can go wrong. You know, I was just thinking earlier, my brother just sent me a message about his last daughter who's done so well in a school exam. She's going to high school now. This is out in the Caribbean. You know, and it just brought me to tears because I lost my sister-in-law earlier this year. And he's sort of taken up the baton, you know, looking after 3 girls. You know, I told her I'm just so proud. I was a little tearful because, you know, to lose a life is not easy. You know, to lose a mother, someone who, you know, a daughter. It is never easy to lose someone in your life. and especially where, with the COVID, I can't fly out to the Caribbean just like that to go and see my family. So the distance makes it harder, you know, because you can't be there to console them, to hug them. And I don't know about you, but West Indian people, we love to hug, you know, just love to hug with family. So whatever season you're in, make the best of it. I love you all. Take care and God bless.